Okay, guys, it's Teacher Anya. We have a pretty short lesson today. We're just going to learn, I think, five new words. So really, really easy. So the thing is, when we have shorter lessons, what's really important is that you focus really hard and try to put these words into your brain, because we're going to need to use them in our reading later this week. We're already on week 11. So many weeks we've been together, right? Okay, so we're going to need to do a lot of reading and listening and memorizing of these words, okay? And there's just 5, so it should be pretty easy, okay? So let's go through. Essential, remember, essential means most important, okay? So essential question. What are the different sounds we hear? Okay, so as we go through our reading this week, as we go through our different lessons, we're going to want to think about what are the different sounds that we hear, okay? So when we are thinking about that, we need to think about all the different places. So we've already talked about sounds in the city, sounds on farms, sounds in your classroom, like all different places that we hear sounds, sounds at nighttime, okay? So keep thinking about sounds that we hear, and we're going to go through our vocabulary, okay? Keep your ears open. Be listening, okay? What sounds do these instruments make? An instrument is something we use to make music, okay? So what sound does a drum make? Yeah, we might hear like a tapping sound, right? It's making the computer vibrate. But a drum makes like a tapping sound. It makes a lot of noise, right? It's a very noisy instrument. So think about the different instruments that you see and think about the noises that they make, okay? Vocabulary is super easy. So our first one here is chat. So almost like cat, but with the ch sound, okay? So chat, chat, okay? Can you say it with me? Chat. Okay, to chat with someone means to talk to them in a really friendly way. So right now, Teacher Anya is chatting with you about English, okay? So a chat is just friendly talking, okay? So maybe your mom might see her friend and they might blah, 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 blah. They're having a chat, okay? They're having a friendly conversation. It's super easy to remember, okay? So just remember, chat is like cat, but with ch, okay? So chat, 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 okay? It's just a friendly conversation, okay? I'm having a chat with someone. Right, think you can remember that? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, let's look at our next word. Okay, exclaimed. This word's a little bit hard to pronounce, okay? So let's break it down, okay? So it's like exclaimed, exclaimed, okay? To exclaim is to be very excited or angry about something. So you might be like, hey, that's not fair, okay? If your mom tells you to go to bed, okay? You might exclaim, that's not fair, I'm not doing it, okay? So when you exclaim about something, you are talking about it in a way that's really loud, okay? And like that this is very important to you, okay? So exclaimed. Is exclaimed like a chat? No. Why? What's a chat? Do you remember? A chat is just a friendly conversation, okay? If you're exclaiming about something, usually you're kind of mad or you're excited, okay? So it's not going to be a chat. It's different, okay? You're mad about something or you feel like something that you're talking about is really important and people need to listen, okay? So it's a much more serious conversation, okay? Okay, so exclaimed. Can you remember the 2 words without me showing you? Try. What's the first one? Friendly conversation is chat. Good. What does it mean when I'm really excited about something? I'm exclaiming. Good. Okay. Next word here is familiar. Familiar. What does this word look like in terms of a word you already know? Yeah. Family. Okay. Familiar and family can mean the same thing. So familiar means two things. Okay, it can mean from my family, or it can mean something that I know well. Okay, so for example, if I read the same story every day, that story is familiar to me. Okay, I know it well, just like I would know my own family. Okay, that's why these words kind of look the same. Okay, so teacher Anya is familiar to me because I see her every week on video teaching me English. Okay, my mom and dad are familiar. They come from my family. I know them. Okay, so remember, familiar, like family. And when you have a family, you know them really well. So familiar is something that I know really well. Okay? All right. So these boys are familiar with each other because they are friends. Okay? They know each other. All right? In a way, our friends can be like our families. Okay? So these boys are familiar with each other. Okay? Good. Nice job. That's a pretty hard word. Okay? All right. This word's really easy. Listen. What does it mean to listen? Yeah, we listen to hear something. So when I'm trying to hear, I'm listening, okay? I'm trying to hear you talking. I'm trying to hear the noise outside. I'm listening. It's to listen, is to try to hear something, okay? And this is the last word, okay? Volume. Volume. Volume is how loud or how quiet something is. So for example, if you're listening to a song on the radio, you might have to turn the volume up or down. If it's too loud, we would go, turn the volume down. If we can't hear it very well, we would say, can you raise the volume? Okay, so I can hear it. So volume is how loudly or, oops, let's spell it right, or quietly we hear something. Oops. Okay, so how loudly or quietly we can hear something is the volume, okay? So the volume of the concert might be really loud, okay? The volume at the library is going to be very quiet, okay? So volume is how loudly or quietly we hear something, okay? Let's review our words one more time. I told you this is a really fast lesson, like 10, 15 minutes, super fast, okay? So our volume is what? How loudly or quietly we hear something, okay? Whoops, let's get our eraser. What is to listen? To try to hear something. If I'm trying to hear, I'm listening. Okay, good. Familiar is from what word? Family. Very good. If something is familiar to me, do I know it really, really well, or do I not know it? Yeah, I know it really well, okay? My friends are familiar. My school is familiar. Teacher Anya is familiar to me. I know her well, okay? Familiar, okay? It's like our family. Okay, here's the hardest word, okay? Exclaimed, okay? Exclaim is to talk suddenly, like, ah, okay? Exclaim. Usually it's when you're angry or scared or excited. Okay, so mom, the house is on fire. You're exclaiming to your mom. that the house is on fire, okay? So an exclaim is when exclaiming is when we say something very, very forcefully, okay? We're trying to make sure that whoever is listening to us hears us, okay? Last one is chat. Chat means to talk in a mean way or in a very friendly way. Yeah, it means to talk in a very friendly way, okay? That's it. 5 words, so easy. You should be able to memorize these very easily, okay? So this lesson is very short, only 10 minutes. So why don't you try to write a sentence with each of these words, okay? So that's your homework. So take each of these 5 words and write a sentence using the word so that it helps your brain remember what the word means. And I want you to show your sentences to your mom or dad, okay? So each of the 5 words, 1 sentence, write it down. It's a complete sentence. Then show your mom and dad and have them check your English, okay? All right, good job. Very short lesson today, easy peasy. Take a break, and we'll see you next time for more in week 11, okay? Good job making it so far. You're doing great. All right, nice job on our short lesson today. See you later. Bye-bye.